What is up everybody, I'm Mir and welcome to a video reviewing my Inktober drawings. This is the first one in the series, but we'll get to that in just a second. First of all, I want to say I'm using a little bit of a different setup than I used in my last drawing video. First of all, I'm not wearing my headphones with my microphone. I'm using my phone microphone, and I'm also using my phone to record everything. And it's a brand new phone, so the quality should be a little bit better, but I don't know how this is gonna turn out. So that's gonna be a little bit scary. But anyway, let's get into this Inktober stuff because it's almost December and Inktober was in October. So first drawing was a ring, and I wanted to start off with something really cool, really amazing. So I stayed in my comfort zone. I did some perspective things, added a ring portal thing. I think I was watching Stranger Things at the time, and that inspired me a lot. But it's kind of a cool drawing and I quite like it. But the next one is one of my favorites, so we'll skip to that one right away. This one, it's mindless, and if my stand doesn't get in the way, come on, hang on a second, there we go, perfect, just in view. My stand is almost getting in the way, but you can just see everything in this picture. This is one of my favorite drawings from the whole Inktober series. It happened on day 2, which is kind of early, but anyway. The theme was mindless, and if you saw the remote meter customized desktop video I released a while ago, you know that this thing is now my background on my laptop. So that's how much I like it, and oh my god, it's amazing. Let's go to the next one. And that was day 3, which theme for was bait. I didn't have enough time with this one as I had for the others, but I think this turned out kind of good. I wanted to do something a bit more lighthearted than a guy with a hole in his skull, so I think I pulled that off. Just having a guy wear a giant steak, which was kind of funny at the time. I don't know if it is now, but anyway, let's move on to the next one, which is from day 4, which is freeze. And I really didn't know how to do this one. I think you can just about see everything. Let me just fold this over a little bit and hold it like that. Yeah, that's the full picture you get there. And I didn't really know how to work on this one, so I just started with like a slushy kind of deal and just put it in an ice cube, and one thing led to another, and now we have this thing. I don't know, Inktober is all about improving your thinking and improving just your drawing in general, and I think it helped me out a lot, especially you can see them struggling with the teams in these first couple of days, and as a matter of fact, if you go further on, it's getting a lot easier for me to come up with things to draw and stuff. But let's move on to the next one, which is build, and it's an landscape one, so I got to turn this packet around again. Hold on a little second. There we go. I think that's in frame. Yeah, perfect. There we go. And I kind of have like some kind of Iron Man scene here with some kind of undetailed robots. I think we have time for this one, yeah. But I tried some stuff out with the lighting over here. I don't know if I pulled up. You can tell me that. But again, just having like these kind of things, like having Inktober to try out stuff like this. I wouldn't normally do this thing, so I just tried it out. Don't know if it worked, but I learned from it, and that's the whole point of Inktober. So let's move on to the next one, which is also a really good one, I think, and it's from the team of Husky. And I'm not gonna get this into shot, am I? Okay, there you go. You have to leave the little bottom of the page, but I think the top is way more interesting with the Husky and all. This was my first time using a decent reference, and I think I pulled it off quite nicely. As you can see, I'm really working on my cross hatching over here, and I'm not gonna do it as messy as I did at first, but I'm just trying some different things here, and I don't know. I really don't know. This is the first time I do this, and sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. I do like this drawing, don't get me wrong, but I see a lot of things I can improve on this already. But let's move on to the next one, which was Enchanted. This one was heavily inspired by what's it called again? Gravity Falls. Yeah, you got the book, you got the eye, you got the little bit of the pyramid faced guy. I forgot his name now. Oh god, it's gonna haunt me for forever. Anyway, I can't think of it on the top of my head, so I'm just gonna look at it after I finish this video. We got some kind of magic over there, and that's with the whole Enchanted team. And I think I pulled it off quite good. Let's move on to the next one, which was Frail, and this is when I really struggled putting in effort. And we just made a box, which is the wrong side up, and I really tried to put in as much detail as I could. I even got some flies and stuff coming out of it. I also should mention all of these drawings were done with just, let me get the pen, one of these pens. That's all I had. I did do the drawing with pencil first, but I went over it with this pen and then erased the pencil lines, so I only had this for shading and stuff, and that learned me a lot about cross-hatching and how to use it, and you'll see that later on. I did a really good, I have a few good examples of where I really used cross-hatching really good. And let's move on to the next one, which is also one of the ones I like a little bit more. Oh, I forgot one page. Oh god, I should really get just a decent Puma instead of this Lego thing. Okay, this is the next one. It's Swing, and we see a guy swinging his sword at a tree, and that combines two things I like drawing. Well, two things. One thing I can draw really good, and one thing I can draw really bad. Good thing, tree. Bad thing, this guy. His position is all wrong, but I think it's quite good for a first time in, I think, the whole Inktober thing. I did a full body guy, and looks pretty good to me. I'm not really comfortable drawing humans and stuff like that, but I'm pretty comfortable drawing trees and nature, and you'll see these guys coming back because I'm quite comfortable. Although I really tried and put in some things I'm less comfortable with as well. Let's move on to the next one, which is Pattern, and this one is upside down, so let me just flip it around. Boom. And if you look closely enough, you can see a chameleon right here adapting to the pattern, but just a little bit off, and that's where I used the cross-hatching really smartly, I think, because I cross-hatched differently for the pattern on the chameleon and the pattern on the floor, and that's to differentiate between the chameleon and the floor, which I think was really clever at the time. I don't know about it now. I think I've done a lot of things and tried out a lot of things in this Inktober, and I think I've improved a lot as well. But this is just a simple one, and let's move on to the next one, which was Snow. Just a simple one again. I don't always have enough time to draw these things, or have enough time to draw them as I like them to, but keeping that simple, it's also sometimes really good to do. Just like I did over here. And yeah, that's it. There's not really much to say about this one. And the next one is quite the tree. We got Dragon, and I decided to draw Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon. I did mess up on the eye over here a little bit, but I used some references, and this helped me a lot to understand how to use them, and then using the cross-hatching to get the shading right and stuff like that, and I overall like this thing. This is one of those drawings that looks really good if you just the right distance away. Like if I look from it through my phone over here, it's quite good, but if I look up closely, it's a little bit more messy and a little bit more annoying for me to look at, but overall I really like it. And I think I can do better now, but that doesn't matter now. I've learned a lot from this drawing, and let's move on to the next one, which is Ash, and we have a half burned down, still steaming drawing. Let me get that into frame for you. There we go. And I also have some nature, just compensating things I can't draw really good, and that's just how I try to put something uncomfortable for me to draw with something more comfortable, and learning from both. And again, cross-hatching here just to get the difference and just get some really nice shading in, which I think I've learned a lot from shading with one pen from all of these drawings, just by limiting me with one of them. So let's move on to the next one, because we got a lot more to go to. These are 30 drawings. Oh my god. Which is overgrown, and I drew a grave. I don't know why. I just did. And it looks kind of cool and creepy, and I like it. And I don't really have much to say about this one, so let's move on to the next. Oh, this is one of the good ones. Let me turn this around for you so you can get the full view of it. Boom. Teemos legend, I drew a legend, Link. I was tempted to say Zelda just to trigger a lot of you out of there, but I didn't. And again, this is where I really pulled off like cross-hatching and doing it in different directions and mixing styles. I mixed my messy style with the more of organized style to get some really cool and interesting patterns, and I think this is one of those that's really good, except the hands. Don't look at the hand. Don't look at the hands. Next. Oh god, this is gonna be a disaster to get into frame completely. Let me give you my word. The top of this page is not as interesting as the bottom, so I'm gonna lay it down at the bottom of this. Team was wild, and I drew a little bit of forest with a campfire and a log, and I think I did really well. I can see I rushed it a lot in the top. Wait, let me show you this a little bit. This is completely rushed. You can see the shading is almost done, like super messy, and all this cross hatching in the back is just thrown in there. I don't think I had a lot of time to do this drawing. But let's move on to the next one, which was ornament, and I drew a little Christmas tree, which I think looks really cool and cute. And we got a box of decorations next to it, which still need to get on the tree. And that's almost the time of the year, is it not? But it's still not there yet, so let's move on to the next one. And this one is Misfit, and I wanted to do a little bit more of a person, because I haven't seen one of these in the last couple of drawings, so I wanted to draw a person again, and I tried to draw like a punk kid with some messy hair that has some colors at the bottom. Again, I couldn't use any colors because I only had the black pen, but I did that by the shading, and I think it looks really good. I should do some things different now, but that doesn't matter. It happened, and you can only learn from it. Let's move on to the next one. Also, if you want to see any of these drawings again, there'll be a link in the description down there somewhere, where you can get to a gallery of all these drawings. I'll upload them somewhere and get you the link, and you can look at them if you want to. You don't really have to, but let's move on to the next one. Oh, this is the most anticlimactic drawing of the whole series. I had like 5 minutes to make this drawing, and 2 months later, I didn't have the time to draw. I even written it down. Actually, I should have taken more time to shade this in instead of drawing this, well, writing this down, but anyway, I didn't really have time to improve on it a lot. So, let's move on to a little bit more interesting one. Oh, this one is upside down as well. Let me turn this around again. We're almost there, guys. This is day 20, if I remember correctly. And we have the team tread, and it says tread carefully because it's just a little bridge over a cliff. I think... Oh, what's happening to my light? Get back on again. Come on. Fine. Just stay stubborn as you will. We got a little bit of a ravine. Come on, light, stop flickering. Why is this? What is this wizardry? Okay, there we go. Still flickering, but I don't care anymore. It's just a little bridge over a ravine, and don't really have too much to say about this. I should have probably lowered these mountains a little bit down to get more perspective, or this up, so the perspective would have been a little bit clearer, but it's on paper, so I can't change it now. Let's move on to the next one, which is treasure, and this is the wrong way, so let's move this around. Boom, there we go. Got a sunken ship, some ship parts, and treasure. Really simple, right? Next one. Oh, I forgot about this one. This one is ghost, so I drew a ghost butler with half of a skull and half of a normal thing, and I quite think it looks quite cool. It's quite small though, but again I didn't really have much time to draw this. And let's move on to the next one, which was ancient, so I drew some ancient ruins, and I think that looks good. I'm still messing around with the shadows here because I don't really understand those yet. I think I should have done something a bit more when they hit the rocks, or something different with them, but I can only learn from these things, and I think I've improved a lot over a couple of these drawings. So let's move on to the next one, which was Dizzy. So I yeah, we'll do this. Yeah, there we go. It's a man drawing up, and then some kids in the background having fun on a roller coaster. Let's just move on swiftly before YouTube bans me or something. Oh, I skipped the drawing, sorry. This one, Tasty. I meant to do a full face one because I didn't do those in a long time. And I drew this from a reference as well, so I tried to learn a little bit more about using references. And I think that looks pretty cool. I did mess around with some shading in the hair, and I think that looks quite cool as well. And let's move on to the next one since you already saw it, which was dark, and I really didn't have much time for this one as well. I don't think I even used pencil with this. I just went straight in, ruined my pen, and just got a little demon on there with a spear. And let's move on to the next one, which is Code, and this is one of those little cute drawings that I made. I kind of been a bit too harsh when I erased the pencil lines apparently, but we got a little kid waiting at a bus stop in the rain, and my light is still annoying me. Come on, make up your mind, go. Just stay or go out, one of the two, just stop it. Anyway, this little one quite cute, so let's move on to the next one, which is a ride, and I made a little bit of a sign for catch a ride. Let me get this on here quite properly. It's one of those catch a ride station signs from the Borderlands franchise, and I was playing this back when I made the drawing, so felt kind of fitting once I saw the team, and I just did it. Next one, which was injured, so I drew an injured hand and a normal hand, and this was just to get my fear of hands out of the way. I drew this both from reference. I think I did a really good job. Next one, catch. We're almost there. One more. Go. How many more? Two more. So we drew a little bit of a Pokeball. Quite easy. Maybe I should have had a bit more shading, but oh well. And the last one was ripe, and I did an app, and I think that's quite fitting to end it. But let me go back to my favorite drawing, and then we'll close off this video. So let me get number 2 out of here again. I said it, and this one is really my favorite one. It's so good. I still can't believe I drew this. This is amazing. Anyway, if you like this video, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and all good stuff. Also, let me know what you think of the new setup with the new microphone and the new camera. How's the quality doing? How would you like my light over there that's just still flickering and being annoying? But anyway, if you liked it, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and all good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys. Bye.